Grand Rising, 07 hours, 50 minutes. It is Monday, October 7th. I was going to do material possession yesterday, but I didn't get into it. I didn't feel the continuation. So go watch material possession. Thank you for the people that watched, that showed others. I'm going to continue. I know sometimes when I start off, I don't stick on the path. But I allow whatever in me to lead me. And it's not so much emotional. If you think what I'm saying is emotional, this is why I'm about to do this one, this recording this way. Now, you know how we have depictions. Basically, I know who. Okay, if I can give an example, I know who I am. If you sit me in a situation, like literally right now, and I'm not going to explain why, but I have practiced this. I remember when I first started realizing I was getting mad over trivial things. Think about this. I've been working on this a long time. To me, when I was younger, you know what I did first? You know, a lot of you, I know exactly what you did first. You worked on the money aspect of life. Okay, you're doing good. I don't care. You can call me poor or broke. But as I said, I got somewhere to live. I can pay my rent. I got money coming in. I can go work. I learned all these skills. Now, if you listen to what I just said, I did a lot of things that had nothing to do with money. That was my focus. I thought about it for a good amount of time in my life between, I want to say, 26 and 31. I thought about this. But then I had to, now that I'm 36, about to be 37, you know what I'm very happy for that I did, men and some women, a lot of women that still want to be with Africa. I didn't work on money aspect of my life. Because one of my first 10 videos, I made it lifestyle versus your character or who you are. I didn't work on my lifestyle. The main reason I didn't work on my lifestyle, because I didn't know how to work on my lifestyle. That was actually a good thing for me. Now that I'm happy that I didn't work on my lifestyle. Because you know, overnight, is how I worked on when I got into trivial anger. I'm calling it trivial anger for me. I learned to work on it. And people can see a difference in, when you get mad, you ain't calling me. No, I got to call you names. Because if I call you a name when I get a little ill-tempered, I don't get mad. Trust me, if I get mad, we going into another realm when I get mad. What I did was, I don't call you a name. Because if I call you a name, I mean that name. You know how when you get in an argument and somebody call you a name, they're like, "Oh, you a nigga. I knew you was a..." Or if you don't get in an argument, I don't argue with women. They start calling you names, I stop. It throws me off when this was what throws me off. I don't know why. Even this way with my mother, it throws off my ability. Now it sounds funny to think, because when women start saying things to you, it's very degrading words. Every woman, the most kindest woman, my mother did it, and the most kindest woman I ever met in my life did it to me. But the kindest woman, when she was able to do it, I asked her, "Why did you say those things to me?" I said, "You have told me very intimate things I never would use against you." It's in the back pocket. It's an example of one lady, for instance, her nephew was 5 or 4. He said some things to her and made her feel insecure about it. I would never mention those things to her. And then she was quick to say words to me when she got ill-tempered at things that I didn't agree upon to her that I should have agreed on. But it found in her body, it manifested, it festered. Not manifested, let me get that right. I don't want to it's not a curse. She festered. The ability that she had in her, and this is why I worked on this, to say those words to me. And I asked her, "Why'd you say that to me?" And once a woman do that to me, I don't know how to talk to her no more. Because now my mind started thinking, wow. So in instance, I remember a young lady asked me, was I gay? You know why was I gay? because I wasn't trying to. I wasn't trying. I know I have cussed in other videos, but I'm gonna say it in a way. I'm not a cusser. It's just to the point where I get mad when I do and I hurt it. I'm gonna try to use a stick to that. I don't curse at all. So I'm gonna try to get back to doing that. And I use some words like ass. Ass is not a cuss word. Whatever. And I don't say curse word. Remember, curse and cuss. Cuss is like, I'm gonna say it real quick. Shit, ass. Like ass is not. It's in the actual literature. A lot of things you read, you don't pay attention to. And the F word, the B word, and I'm gonna say the N and the B word, the N word, because it's gonna be more of a reference than the actual. I'm calling her the B word. I'm calling this group of women a B word, or I'm calling at this time this segment, this part of women a B. No, it's how they're acting and treat each other, and more such as they said it. And she mad I wasn't trying to like have sex with her and get at her. I said, you're beautiful, but you're not somebody I would want to be around. You get an attitude. We went out to eat, and we was all together, like the unit. So when we went out to eat, I said, she had an attitude with the lady. Lady wasn't doing nothing wrong. You got to tell the lady exactly. I told her exactly what I want. I said, can I please have some ranch on the side? And when she checked, she's like, well, you come back from like, no, just it's almost having your beer or liquor coming back. When they come back, she gonna like, check and see if you need any more. So basically, that's how our understanding with me. I'll tell her, you never made an understanding with her. You see what I'm getting at? You have to make an understanding with that person. And once that woman lose understanding with me, decide to use choice words, brothers, I don't know how to respond. If you ever listen to me, I don't know what to say because it's not as because they get emotional. And even the one lady when I thought that wow this could possibly go farther than a year, get to really know her, and she's gonna be a little distance away from me, and I probably can go to her, but I can build up myself. And then now that I'm getting to know her, do things that she enjoy. Now I'll go visit her. She'd have been in Arizona, I'd have been here, or I might even have went in a month or two later. But that chance was never given because she never gave me a chance. That's what I want to talk about, brother. That chance. So I worked on my lifestyle mentality. You know what I came up with, brothers? Women are special. But, brother, you are a prize too. You special. She a prize. A woman can't be everything without the man. A man can't be everything without the woman. But why are you? But not why are you single? While you're single, what are you doing? See, are you working on things that'll make you a better man? I'm not even gonna talk. Let's talk about this. I'm gonna do my best. Because you know how long it's 8 minutes in. I'm gonna do my best within the next till I get to my famous quote, famous saying at the end of the challenge in the guidance. Not to speak about women, brothers. This is for you, brothers. We talk about how we're not nothing. We're not eligible. We're not qualified. We feel less inadequate. But brother, remember as I was saying, I worked on me. I didn't work on my money. I didn't work on it. See, that sounds funny. I got money coming in too. And what I worked on was me. Yes, brothers, I worked on me. I didn't want to argue. I didn't want to fight. I still throw the hands. Let's go hand in hand. If we go, I feel as if you fight, let's fight with honor. Everybody don't honor the purpose of a fight. I do. Back in the day when they fight, brothers, the men got in the circle. He made a good little, I don't know the radius of the circle, and put the knives in there. They wanted to use a knife, the weapon, they put it in their mouth. And I was able to knock that out of your mouth. I got to use it. If you not, you got to use it. And that's how you use the weapon. Until then, you couldn't use a weapon. You had to use your hands, your arm, to outsmart the person. And to think about that. And we don't no longer. We talking about we gonna fight for us. We know it's gonna be very violent. very violent if we fight for what is ours again. I don't know why we keep thinking. That's why each year after year they can demonize, stigmatize, and stereotype us more and more. It's gonna take a fight, brother. I don't know what type of. It can be methodical, strategic. It could be non-violent, but it's gonna be violence. It's gonna be a non-violent, violent fight. Think about why I said that. The way the world was got, the way the world is today, it wasn't done by, oh, I built a better business than you, and so people wanted to come to my company, so that's how they took over, and let's make a team. I can buy you out. That's not how it worked. That's not how it worked. It was big bank take little bank. It was like in spades, big hand taking little hand. I got the biggest hand. You got the smallest one. I had the Trump card. Literally, they got our president got the Trump card. It wasn't nothing about, oh, okay, we did it with some. You come on, y'all. We talk about all this religion crap. Think about religion real quick. You think anything was done with, oh, let's do it, like, let's call it the right way, with agreement, a trust? No. Stop thinking that. We're not going to get nothing back that way. I don't trust her, so no. I don't trust him, so no, that's not my brother. He don't speak for me. He don't act as me. I don't sell drugs to my women. I don't beat on the women. I don't do that. I don't talk back to my mama. I don't diss my mama. I know my mother taught. I still had to, and this is the thing, brothers, I still had to do things within me first. It has nothing to do because my mother showed me how to be a respectable man. I still had to be that man. Don't matter what my mother could have, because I met dude that was abused and treat women lovely. So I can't say that's an excuse. My mother said some things and done some things. I still treat her as my mother. And this was after I was older. I became an adult. I don't use that grown man-ish or grown. I don't use that. That's BS. You're nobody's grown. You know why you're not never grown as a people we are? Because you was birthed to a man and a woman. You are never grown. You will always be their son. You will always be someone's uncle or a grandfather. You was born to someone through a woman. That's what I'm going to use woman. I was about to use woman, but I'm going to say that right there. And let's try this, brother. Let's not even talk about the women no more. I don't mean leave them out. I don't mean how, oh, I'm empowered and because it's not because of a woman. No, let's not talk about the woman. Let's do this. Let's try this. This is one of the challenges. Hashtag, a challenge and guide you, brother. Let's not mention the sisters. Let's see what we did wrong. I mean, honestly, I don't mean some fake wrong. I don't mean some blame game wrong. And it not gotta be wrong. What can you do, brother? What kind of skill can you go work on? Forget the woman, cause you gotta think about whether I don't have a child, whether I get married or become a husband or father, I still have to I have to do right by me first. I'm not worried about a woman helping me. I'm not worried about a woman doing anything for me, because I know I'm the prize. You know why you the prize, brother? Because one day if you do become a father or a husband, they going to have what? It's going to be, this is very sad to say, man. A lot of us brothers, we don't have nothing. I don't mean financially. It's about in your heart. I'm not even going to mention his sister. I'm going to say brothers. Because we can say we know they don't either. But brothers, you don't have that. Work on your heart. I don't care how much money you got in your pocket. I don't care how much you can say, oh, they ain't not nothing. What you doing? Now, if you can honestly say, I'm not doing that, good. You do have a beef. But then what I say now, brothers, don't focus on them then. Go focus on, this is when I was going to the psychologist. He told me, I thought about it. And I still do it. I told him, I call people and put everybody in rotation. He said, what'll help you is call the people that care about you first, then put everybody else in rotation. Don't make them rotation, put them first. See, they say, oh, that sounds funny, I do that. No, think about that. I don't know a lot of people that call people. I got 182 phone numbers, and I'm gonna say majority 80% is people I really talk to, or I can call and say hi, how you doing, and they remember me. 82%, and I was born in '82. That's a good number to use. And so I had to think about that. Like that makes sense. That's like a skill that I have. Make your character, your personality and attitude become your skill. So when I go to job interviews or when I'm talking to opposite sex, that was one of my skills I use. They don't you the job received that. She said, "What about you?" I remember one time I got to the fifth word. I knew what I wanted to say, but I'm already in my I joke. I'm humorous. That's one a part of me. That's one of my attributes about me. If you're gonna get it at some point. You got it sometimes in some of my recordings and some of my lives. I told the lady I'm sexy. They laughed. I was doing an interview for the state, and the lady was in front of me. And it was two ladies on the computer. One was in training, and the one in training. She was gonna be part of the other lady, but work together with her in New York. I'm in Buffalo, New York, so that was the comptroller office, and so they laughed. They laughed. I ended up being the last two people. And I'm not gonna. I know with my skill, I made it. I get interviews to anywhere I want. That's why when people are like, "Oh, a job, this," I'm not worried about a job. I can get a job. I'm trying to build a business, and that's one of the skills I'm learning now, how to build. And it's hard because I don't have any business older than my family. I don't know. I don't know a lot of people that have business that's still doing business. I go to watch, and to me, I don't need every other. And to me, I don't need to have a white guy friend. I got an Indian guy that's associate, get close, becoming a friend, but I don't need it. I don't need to have some outside race to tell me that I know in the whole heart of the thing of my life, or the whole heart of my life. I feel as the spirit, the creator, has lined me up to doing the things I'm supposed to do. It's not a race. I'm 36. People say, "Oh, you getting old?" Like, no. I'm gonna meet. Now, this is the other part. I'm gonna meet a woman. Hopefully, she don't. But if she do, she want to have a child with me. She want to have our O-U-R, us, me and her, our family, people with around us. She want to have a child with me. She don't see, and brothers try to speak to women that's speaking to our nature, and they nurturing. If she say you want a child, you want something from me, brother, walk away from that woman. That's not for you, because brothers, you have power in your seed. You control the destination of your seed. Yes, my son and my daughter. I'm gonna use my son because we're not on the women. He's not going to do that. I've never been to prison. Let's go this route. His grandfather may have had that out, but he's not going to be an alcoholic. He's not going to be drugged. He ain't going to see that. He going to have no reason, and I'm going to get in his ass. I got in my nephew ass. I told him my nephew, and I call him my nephews. But I got one nephew, but my male cousins. I said, I better never see y'all doing this. I said, I will whoop y'all ass. I'm going to say that. I'm trying not to cuss, but ass is not a cuss word. You know how many I'm not in prison or jail? None. None. See, we keep saying, "Oh, you threaten them. You can't." Yes, I can. What? You better tell your males around you in your life they better not do something. You crazy as hell. I'm not paying no bond. I'm not about to go fight for that. No. I ain't saying be docile and weak. They know how to fight. I taught them how to fight. I taught them how to defend themselves. I told them how to protect. I guided them. And I challenged them. I didn't say, "Oh, just go do it." I gave them a balance. I said, "Dude, let's go." They looking at me funny. And I guarantee you, may not call me. They all in their 20s. My nephew may not, but they have called me. And I paid attention to what they were saying. I let them talk. Believe it or not, I let them talk. I didn't let them talk. Believe it or not, we had a discussion. Believe it or not, they just bounced off ideas. I didn't say a word. I said, "Wow, that's good. I never thought you was doing that." While one cousin, I thought he wanted to kill animals. You know, they say, "Oh, they become killers." No, they become killers because you surround them with killer mindsets. See, we surrounded him with people that was at least doing their best. We other talking about an African Descendant Man don't do nothing. I'm single. How much I can talk to one brother? How much can two single brothers do? What about a brother that's actually in the position? Come on, brothers. Y'all got to contact us too. You got to call me and say, hey, brother, I see you working with this. You at least see where I'm at in there. We don't do that. Let's lift each other up, brother. We the prize. No brother is as I am. See, I'm sitting here by myself for 30. I've been in a relationship. I'm going to say I've been, if you count, one older guy, it was funny. He said, man, I got drawers older than your relationships. I got sneakers. I got lint on my bed, under my bed, older than your 1 year relationships. He said, but he said the one thing that's dead cool about him, you did know those women he said 1 year. He said, wow, 6 years? I said, yes. And he's like, one of them, he said, you should stay friends with. That's what another guy that was thought he was my friend, but he my associate, he told me that. He should have said, y'all should have stayed friends. He said, it was no real relationship. He said, maybe at that point in time, because like he said, what from you telling me, yeah, it probably been a better relationship later. He said, you'd have probably the one that married her. But it was, both of you jumped the gun. She finally got in a situation. She waited for an opportunity that only was going, and you both thought it was the thing. You both thought that was it because the opportunity was there. And sometimes, brothers, you got to think, it's on you. Sometimes it's an opportunity to be in a relationship with a woman or her. That don't mean you should be in a relationship with her. That's a nugget I would give to young men. Just because the opportunity there, that don't mean there's a time. And men, I want to say this too. Keep yourself. And what I mean by keep yourself, I don't have a child. Because you know what I can do now when I first meet the woman. I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about us. Don't get on what a woman can do. I don't care. But I know for me, you know what I can do? She's not going to come around me and have to worry about another woman. I don't have to. See, I'm working this on my own already. I don't have female friends. Pussy on my navigation, but not my destination. 2 Chainz said that. I'll keep using that. That was a good one. Shocked me in that song some of the things he was saying. And he said it's gonna come a time you're gonna find love. Sometimes it's a little longer. I'm not word for word. But he said he trusts in love. So why can't you trust in love? You got nothing to do with money. Don't let your money be your money cannot dictate how you love her. Your money can't dictate how you love you. It can put you in a position to do. So you see how that money, and I'll walk with me a little bit more. If you came this far, thank you. Walk with me a little bit more. See how see how I said money not putting me in position? What was I always working on? Majority, and I'm still working on it. I'm still practicing. I'm still doing it. I'm still trying it. I'm still being. I worked on my attitude, attribute, and character, right? Remember that money can put you in a position to where you have a house, a car, no debt, no nothing, right? What can your character put you in position for? I already had that. You don't gotta worry about a problem outside of the house. I don't give her none of that. That's why I say, brother, brothers, I'm a prize. It can sound funny. You gotta start being that way. You can't just say it. She don't have to worry about nothing outside of the house. Remember, I say outside of me is negative. Everything inside of me is positive. You know why? You cannot control negative, but you can control. If I had a baby mom, I can't control her mind. One day she'll let me see the child. One day she gonna fight with me. That's what a baby mama is. Baby mama is nothing good. You can't make baby mama sound good. And you a outside father of the home. She got a new person or whatever, or don't, and she running a house in her household. That's 2 different ideals going into that child mind. I don't have a child out there with a loose father or a loose mother, no, or a separate household. See, if we gonna value, and that's why I say. And that's why I say, brothers, find you a nurturing woman. Women have to value. That's for this part, brother. Because I'm valuing that already. I'm pretty good. I don't have a trouble-felt life. I value that. So if I'm not causing trouble outside of my home, I'm not bringing it in my home. I don't watch things inside of my home that causes trouble. I don't watch I try my best because I live by myself. I can listen to a song and can hear the demonic auras and the satanic rituals and the seances, the trances. I wrote them down. The trances, the tests, the seances, the psychosis, the hypnosis, the incantation, the curses, and the spells. I can hear all of that. But I'm able to decipher and say, I don't have to already. I expelled the curse before I listened to the music. I expelled all those things. The psychosis, the hypnosis in it. I expelled it already. I learned, I still, and the thing, I worked on me so much. I know when I'm being, that's why I get lost when people start arguing. Because it going to a different realm. We leave the realm of understanding now when you get emotional. Some emotions can be under that realm. That's a good one. Power of oneness. Emotions. We'll do one on that. One moment. Emotions. How that's going to be part 7 or 8. I'm gonna write a book. I already wrote one book. I didn't realize I wrote a book. But think about that. Your emotions. That's part of who you are. So, brother, I'm surprised because look what she coming into the door with what? I'm not taking nothing away from her. I'm adding on to her life. Because if you're not taking, I'd rather be in an equal situation and equal. And let's go to this now. We call, a lot of us use it, even non-believers, equally yoked. Equally yoked. I'm coming, she's going to walk in my door equally yoked. You know why we equally yoked? Because my center. What's my center? My heart. Who's allowed in my center? The spirit of where the being of person I am, created from the creator. I was procreated through people, through the creator. So she already walking in the door. We're equal already. Now let's see if our yolk is good. That's the part that you can whip up and make cream out of it. And add some flavor into the cream, what kind of cream you want. You can make it sweet cream. You can make it a little creamier. You can make it brown. Add other ingredients. But when she come to me, we gonna add. See how that make more. See, if you're not understanding that, brother, think about this then. If you was going to work on a project, either you going to the project to learn, that is okay, because we all don't know everything. You should know the basis of the things. You shouldn't go and work have no understanding of the job or the duty. And if you don't, brother, you got to go figure out what is needed for this job or duty. So when you go there with tools. Okay, I don't know the tools yet, but I'm going to go to this job. I'm going to go to this place and find out what the tools I need. Okay, I'm going to get the tools. It didn't say how much. It didn't say the quality either. Because sometimes you just got to get some tools. Because you don't know. You don't know if this is a strong enough mill or saw or hammer for this object. Oh, I need a jackhammer. Now I know. I need the tool that go in it. It's got to be the 1/8 of an inch, not 3/6. Oh, now that makes sense. Or this is a 1/2 inch tool. Oh, I need I need the one that's a little bigger. Because now you know. But you got the jackhammer. You got the tool. You got the right tool. Now the piece that goes on that tool. That's why when she walk in that door, I'm already equally yoked. What piece do I need? I'm not talking about her because she's going to need the same thing. But what piece do I need for her? See, they got to, if you throw your emotion away real quick, that's why I say we got to throw away emotion, brothers. Just for us, brothers, I talk about them. Throw away your emotions. Think about what you need. Think about what you can do. You got to remember that. You're not doing that. You got emotional. That's why it's hard to entertain. That's what's hard to listen to. If a person is giving us information, and then they got another person that's giving information, then all of a sudden that person giving information that's not the one that's the moderator of the panel The other person starts saying, African Descendant Men don't do this and this and that. I said, that's a detriment because you're not no longer focused on the tools. You know what you focusing on? She focusing on what she gonna do with the man for her. The man, you gotta focus on the things you gonna do for her. That's the tool. I can't use the same tool I use for Tiffany. I can't use that on Tasha. Tiffany was a 3/4. Tasha was a half. See how that work? You can't get the same, I can't use the same tool on Tasha that I did for Tiffany. Vice versa, I can't use the one I used on Tiffany for Tasha. I don't know what Tiffany needed yet. I didn't know what I had to interact with her. But I had to have the tool first. And it's not just my dick. I had to use my brain on top of my head. That's making where is allowing my heart to pump blood to my body, and that signal to work at the top of my head. Look how that worked. The organ needed, the two organs most needed, are at the top of your head in your cranium. What you want to call that? The upper part of your body. And then in the midsection, think about that. The two most needed organs is in your midsection. I mean, the upper part of your body. They both are, but one is more closer to the midsection of your body, the middle part of your body, from your head to your heart. Think about that. Look at the distance they are away from each other. That's why we call them relationships, brother. Not thinking about that. The two things that is needed the most, they're not even close to each other. So why would you think it'd be easy when you meet a woman? And it's called a relationship. We get into so many trivial things. So you got to remember, brothers, it's not about a lot of things they talking about. What can you do? What's your attitude? What's your attributes? What make you great, brother? Think about that. I challenge you to write down 5 things. No, yeah, I'm going to do an even number. Write down 4 things that make you great. This is the challenge. 4 things. I'm going to write that down in my description box. 4 things that make you great. What make you great? 4 things that make you good. And 4 things you can work on. And overall, what is your strongest attribute, or like attribute qualities? What make me great is I am able to recognize a situation, and through over all of my experiences, I'm able to make good decisions, good choices. What makes me good, I take the time out to understand my choices is not based on you brothers or the sisters or my mother. My choices is based on how would I feel at the end of the day when I got to go to sleep? Would I be able to sleep at night? What can I work on? Let me write that down. 4 things you can work on. 4 things. Okay, 4 things that I can work on. Listening, understanding, acknowledging, and the how do I put out my information? I don't know what's the word to use for that one. And the 4 things that make me great is, no, don't say 4 things that make me great. I think I said it. I have to go back and listen to this at around the 33-minute mark. 4 things, not even so much what makes you great, what makes you good. 4 things you can work on. That's what I was originally trying to do in my mind. Sorry. What make you great, what make you good. 4 things you can work on. And what is your strongest attribute and quality about you? And for me, my strongest attribute or quality about me is that I'm able to be honest and get people to open up with their being honest. I learned people will be honest with you. No matter how it come out, even if they honestly have some type of anger and evilness in it, they're gonna be honest. And that's the challenge. What makes you great, brothers? Name what makes you great. What makes you good? 4 things you can work on. And what is your strongest attribute and quality? And remember, just affirm everything. I love me. I am great. I am good. Because you are the prize. You are the prize. And this is what you should be working on. I am great. I am good. You affirmed it. Reinforce it. I am good as I say I am. I am better than I was yesterday. One of my sayings, become stronger than the day you were before. Each day, just imagine you fighting yourself. Just imagine you fighting yourself. And you know all of your moves. Would you be able to beat you? Think you never thought about that one. Imagine you fighting yourself. I'm going to show you a video of what I'm talking about with that. I'm going to show you a video. And I want you to watch it. You might want to watch some episodes before that and a little bit after. Probably a good amount before that. But if you already watch anime, it'd be cool. If don't, I say check it out. Please check it out. I hope you checked out that other one. When I showed the man and a woman, the cat and dog, the design of how we put each other against each other without even realize it. What you thinking is for fun or it's for a day, but eventually it seeps into our hearts. It seeps into our soul. It seeps into our spirit. And it overcomes and takes us. So I want to challenge that with you, brother. And your last one, your empowerment. I became stronger today because yesterday and my past is not the same. I worked so hard to be so great. Now I can overcome anything that is before me. I didn't use no negative undertone. I didn't put my undertone. I didn't aim in at another sex, another race, nothing. That was all on me, buddy. That was all on me, man. Brothers, that's all on me. I don't use the word buddy. I hate that word too. I know that came out. That's all on me. That's on you, brothers. That's on you. You worked that hard. So when that time comes, you can deal with it. That's what we working on. Don't worry about the women. Brother, you are the prize. If someone can't see you as a prize, if they can't get out of their emotions, they can't get out of their unrealistic expectations, their expectations they can't even meet, their walls, their barriers that's meant to design to keep anything and everything out. They're only going to allow, they got a door. They're only going to open the door for who they want and what they want. That's emotional. You're not going to, see, if you're hungry, you'll open the door when you're ready to eat, right? When you're thirsty, you're going to open the door when you want something to drink, right? But if you want love, we're not opening the door to love, are you? Wrong. See how it went south that quick? See how it went to the left that quick? So you're not opening the door to love. You opening the thing that's why, quote unquote, material possession. Monetary. Hold on. Monetary. Listen to that word. What I'm about to go to. You know me. If you listen, you hear me by now. Monetary. Monetarily. So momentarily, it's going to fill them up. Remember, that sugar is sweet. That sugar tastes good. It's supposed to taste good. I remember I said that. Somebody just said that. I thought that was so funny. That's how I know. That's why I know. That's why I call you my family. I listen to a lot of you because you my family. It's not, I'm supposed to be listening to you. See, it sounds funny to you. I'm supposed to listen to, I literally said, it smells good, it tastes good for the time being. That's the aroma, because that's the stove. I'm going to use woman as the stove. She's going to give off that stove, going to put those objects on that stove when you cook it through the stove, because the stove is going to be hot. It give off all the things you need. But what you put on it, that's that quality. Those are attribute of the stove that the stove don't have until you put those objects on the stove, or you got to turn the stove oven on in the middle of the stove. Remember the middle. See, the top of the stove cooking the other food. Ooh, that's gold. That's gold. This is the spirit. That top of the stove, what did I say? Your head, the top of the stove. Ooh, that's gold. Doing all that cooking. But what you need too is in that midsection, that middle of the stove, your heart. It's cooking those other foods that you gonna go get the heart of the food. Is that cooking that chicken, or that roast, let's go. Or that shrimp, or that fish, that other food that's being cooked. It gotta marinate, foods that need to be marinated. And now it's in the stove sizzling and it's cooking. It's needed. The top is needed. They both need each other at this moment. They're going to always need each other. You just got to use them together. When you start getting emotional, you're not using that heart or the top of your head, the brain, the medulla oblongata, cerebral cortex. Those not all working together anymore. Because you can be emotional, but make sure your emotionals have that ended first. I ain't saying don't have emotions. So I challenge you. And if you a sister, I got the same challenging questions for you too. What makes you great? What makes you good? 4 things you can work on. What is your strongest attribute and quality? And I'm going to show you the video of Rock Lee fighting. So what I say unto us, I say unto all. It's our path, is our journey, is our choice. Choose wisely. Either destruction is upon us, or we will continue the greatness that our forefathers, Dr. Martin Luther King, Brother Malcolm, and I do know that it's going to take a little violence. Nelson Mandela, Marcus Garvey, Brother Amos, what's this brother name? I'm missing some names. I'm not missing because rest they soul. They not missing the action because they action perceived to lead me and to be the greatest man I can be. I'm not the gift, but I'm the prize. See, because I got a strong reality. See, I may not have been nurtured to the best of my being, but I thank my mother for her. Even my father for the seed that he made me. I'm just a part two to him, but from the creator, I'm coming from the image. See, I ain't got to right the wrongs. I ain't got to weather, but it's going to be a lot of storm. See, I got a decision to make. Well, I'm going to be worse or I'm going to be better. I'm going to strive, I'm going to live. But I ain't got to flip it up because I ain't got to make those bad decisions of what they did. But I want to take on Brother Martin. He was strong. He spoke with a voice that was so powerful and bold. You thought he was a monster trying to control, but no, he was like Malcolm. He had the soldiers in order. See, he ain't need the shots of the guns or the rounds of the mortars to blow things up. See, his mouthpiece was a time bomb. See, they lived on with me and you, brothers. See, that's why we write that same song. See, them same lines, it ain't tricked up because I ain't hard to find because I ain't lost. I never was because I can't say no more. See, I opened those doors. No, they did. I thanked them. I gave them down with the praying hand. See, thank you, Creator, for those types of men. I know I get a little worried and I say fuck the other ones that's selling drugs to our mothers and the other sons, but that's a different story because we ain't on that. Because we seeking for the brother that's looking for the attributes and quality that's more than thee or to be as such as you. Thank you. I raise my hand and my fist. I give you the power. I thank you for the ability for me to activate it and access it. Because the essence of a woman, ooh, so pretty. See the smell and glow of her, ooh, so lovely. But this just is for you, brothers. So we got to keep moving on. We got to put our feet to the ground. We got to stomp. We got to pound. We got to get through. Because the next generation of young men may not see the chance that me and you had. So thank you, brother. I commend you. Alaikum shalom.